Schwarb with a shot out to the corn in right. Keisha back, and it's gone! What a way to open the ball game! A corn-fueled Schwarb.
Schwarb would go yard again in the fourth, giving him his 28th multi-home run game, with the Phillies tied for the second most by any player in their first 5 seasons, with a team in MLB history behind Hall of Famer Ralph Kiner, who had 30 in his first 5 seasons with the Pirates. And with that, we say hello to Buster Olney. Buster, welcome to the show. My Phillies are a half game up on Arizona for the third and final wild card spot in the National League. What will be the biggest reason why this team either makes or misses the playoffs?
Joe, you know this. It's all about their starting pitching, which can be absolutely dominant. Aaron Nola was great last night, and this is a team that has Christopher Sanchez and Zach Wheeler and Jesus Luzardo. And look, if you're the Phillies, you're going to need dominant starting pitching because they're not good defensively. Minus 35 in defensive runs saved. That's tied for last in baseball. It points the bottom half of their lineup has been challenged offensively. But, man, they have great pitching. And it's funny, they could scrape into the playoffs, and they would be the team in that first-round best-of-3 wildcard series no one would want to face because of those great starting pitchers.
Fingers crossed indeed for Red October. On the losing side last night, Minnesota now sits 3.5 games back in the AL Central. Which team are you watching most closely here?
The Detroit Tigers. Today, they could get back to 500 for the first time since May 4th. And in fact, since they started the Tarek Skubal trade conversations in earnest, the Tigers are 9-3. As of this morning, they're in the third wild card spot. I talked to A.J. Hinch, the Tigers manager, recently, and I asked him, if you guys trade Skubal, who's going to be important for your team moving forward? And he talked about the great catcher Dylan Dingler, Riley Green, some of the young players on that team like Kevin McGonigal. They need to push forward, and they have. It's amazing how they put the trade stuff behind them, and they're pushing for a playoff spot.
Baseball is such an incredible sport. Hey, let's get rid of one of the best pitchers in baseball and then go 9-3 and make a run at the playoffs. Incredible. Next stop is L.A., where Edwin Diaz blew it again. His third blown save in the last week. The Brewers came back to beat the Dodgers, who now sit 2 games behind Milwaukee for that coveted #1 seed in the National League. What is the single biggest thing the Dodgers are going to need to get right in the next 6 weeks as they attempt to three-peat?
Joe, I don't think it's a closer situation. They'll continue to give Edwin Diaz a chance to get it right. And we saw in the postseason last year, look, if they have to, they'll put this together on that fly with a great pitching depth. It's about the catching. It's about whether or not Will Smith is going to be able to come back and be the force that he was in last year's postseason when he hit the game-winning home run in Game 7. That is the most important part of this team to watch as we go into the postseason.
All right, lastly, let's go to the American League. The Yankees visit Toronto for the weekend. Gerrit Cole gets the ball tonight. Why do you view him so critically for the upcoming stretch run?
Because like the Phillies, the Yankees pitching has to carry them, I think, through a lot of stretches going forward. Look, they have struggled offensively since Aaron Judge went down. They're 28th out of 30 teams in runs scored. Yankees manager Aaron Boone told us a story the other day how their games have been such a grind that when he bumps into people, or even when he talked to his mother, she's like, hey, hang in there, it's going to be okay. And he's like, we're winning 2/3 of our games. Like, no one seems to realize that. Their pitching has been so good, they've been able to overcome all these offensive struggles. Cody Bellinger will be back at the end of next week, and then they're hoping sometime in September for Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton.
I mean, for a team with so many offensive struggles and injuries, you'd be shocked to see a run differential, which is among one of the best in baseball. Time for my favorite athlete, and today we're going to Washington, D.C. Nationals hosting the Cubs. Say hello to the newest addition to the Washington coaching staff, 6-year-old Make-A-Wish kid Lincoln Knight, whose one wish was to coach the Nationals for a day. Here he is delivering the lineup card with manager Blake Butera. As for the game, Cade Cavalli had a stellar outing for the Nats. 8 innings pitched, 1 hit, 10 strikeouts.
We're going to play like that every time Lincoln's here. You got to come back more often.
Okay.
All right? If you can fit us in.
Okay.
All right.
Blake, was that more you or Lincoln today?
That was all him. All right. I sat back and watched. I kept looking up to him to tell me what to do, and he told Cade how to get these guys out, and it worked. They listened, right?
Yeah, that was the Cubs. Of course you're going to bring them back. The Nats aren't beating the Cubs on their own. The Cubs are red hot right now. That was an incredible performance.
Incredible job by Lincoln. Awesome.
That's very
stuff.
cool. I love those.
Yeah.
I mean, what a day for him, for his family.
In the dugout the whole day.
It seems like the manager did a great job with it.
Sports at its best.
Yeah.
That's
Right
what
there.
it's about.
Yeah,
That's
that's their
what
best.
it's about.
What it's all about. He did a nice job dictating the lineup card, distributing information, and then the Nationals exploded all over the Cubs.
Oh, wow.
The checklist.
Brought it all back.
Wow.
See, that's how you bring it all together.